for you to be scared or nothing like that. Hey, it's a life you live. There's never a dull moment on the clock. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. You got enemies. All right, let's get it, brother.
Verse 45.
Yes, sir.
And forbid burnt offering and sacrifice and drink offering in the temple, and that they should profane the Sabbaths and festival days, and pollute the sanctuary and holy people, set up altars and groves and chapels of idols, and sacrifice swine's flesh and unclean beef.
Oh, they in the temple sacrificing swine, shrimp on the altar of God. See, so you see, this attack was an attack on our God and everything He gave us. You feel me? And that's what makes us who we are. Why wouldn't we stand up and say something and do something about it? Oh no, you comfortable today? You say, well, you know what? It ain't about me. I'm cool. I mean, as long as I can go to work and pay my taxes, I'm cool. I'm just let it go over, brother. It's all good. You were Israelite. Eventually, you won't have to fight, man. That's what it is. I just read, brother.
48.
Yeah.
That they should also leave the children uncircumcised, and make their souls abominable with all manner of uncleanness and profanation.
Come on.
To the end they might forget the law and change all the ordinances.
You see what it was? The whole attack on your God was for the end that you will forget the law of God. That's what all the Christmas caroling and the Halloween and the Thanksgiving and the false Sunday Sabbaths and changing the image of God and the Son and the angels and you a Gentile. Now, what you think all that was about? To the end that you will forget what God told you. Today, guess what they teach? Oh, so we not under the law of God.
Right.
Hey, it must have worked then. It must have worked. You see it every day. To where when you tell people, do this is how we're supposed to be doing. We ain't got to do all that.
Change the law of God. They own personally, whatever.
But we still pagans people. That's what you are. And when they tell you Gentile, you're a Gentile. In a way, they tell you the truth because in worship you are. If you doing their worship, you are heathen. That's right. Let's finish it up, bro. Let's get it.
Question.
No, I got a question. I just want to say something I touched on. Like I was telling you last time at work, they all, like my job, they go all in, like the whole theme of the whole department, you know, they need to decorate it. Like, so don't put that stuff on the station, like stuff on there. So it's this pastor that's in our department. He always, why don't you so about this? You know, you a pastor, show me a verse where it says it's cool. And he was like, no. Well, it's just me. I just like the spirit. I said, right.
Ooh,
It's like the spirit of the Most High. It's the spirit that you're worshiping, and that's what makes it wrong. You're serving something other than the Most High. That's where you're wrong.
Right.
So then he still did it. I thought, boy. But you pastor though.
Yeah.
Right.
There's many of them. The scripture tell you many false shepherds will arise.
That's right.
All right, let's get it, brother. Hey, look, if you're dealing with that, you're gonna have it in your workplaces and all that, man. But again, you ain't gotta, compromise and do what they do. You feel me? No more than a Muslim woman. If somebody was a Muslim in there, they walk around with their head covered. They don't partake in the stuff they don't take in.
Right.
So it's just for you to stand up and say, look, I don't do that. And stand on it. And look, even if they ask you why, it ain't none of your business for real. It ain't none of your business why I don't do it. I don't do it. Right, you don't ask the Jew boy, or the Muslim to go into deep detail why he don't do what y'all do. So why are you asking me? I don't do it, don't want to do it. I'm cool. All right, let's read, brother.
Verse 50.
Yeah.
And whosoever would not do according to the commandment of the king, he said he should die.
See? Hey, we got a one world religion, one world government, one worship coming. Antiochus Epiphanes was like a foreshadow to the Antichrist that will come. Same thing. And that's what he gonna be doing. Later for all your gods, your laws, later for all that pledge allegiance to me. We're all one people. All right, let's read it.
51. In the selfsame manner wrote he to his whole kingdom, and appointed overseers over all the people, commanding the cities of Judah to sacrifice, city by city.
Come on.
Then many other people were gathered unto them, to wit, every one that forsook the law, and so they committed evils in the land, and drove the Israelites into secret places, even wheresoever they could flee for succour.
See that? Them days coming up too. Especially with all these cameras up, and you so addicted to Facebook and phone all in your face with a camera on it, GPS on. Oh, he visited Shop and Save on 270. You feel me? So they got us saying it to say this, that there's gonna come a point to where when you barely gonna see us, we're gonna be on the run, moving from here to there. Low key is almost like the Underground Railroad.
Yeah.
Same thing. Let's read, brother.
Verse 54. Now the 15th day of the month Caslu, in the 140th and 5th year, they set up the abomination of desolation upon the altar, and builded idol altars throughout the cities of Judah on every side.
They set up something on the altar of God. The abomination of desolation was them bringing the worship of another God into the temple of God and setting up their God on his altar. I remember, you the temple of God. We see temple, we see idol, we see abomination. You need to get away from this idolatry. You become abominable, the Lord can't deal with you. Let's read, brother.
Verse 55.
Yeah.
And burnt incense at the doors of their houses and in the streets. And when they had rent in pieces the books of the law which they found, they burnt them with fire.
That's coming again too. They're going to start burning all Bibles. Because they know you found out what it is. Right? That's why the word got to be in your mind and in your heart. Right? It got to be locked in. By the time they get a decree and come through and take away the word, we got to have it by then. Locked in. Because it's coming around again. And this wasn't the first time it happened. They always attempted to burn the word of God, and the Lord will put the spirit back out on brothers, and they begin to write. So his word will never come back void. You can burn every Bible in the world tonight, and the Lord will put the spirit on one of these brothers like it was on Eli in the book of Eli. He's going to sit on the back and run it down. See what I'm saying? The word of God will never come back void. But they've been doing this, burning the books of the law, burning the Bibles. All right, let's read, brother.
Verse 57.
Right.
And wheresoever was found,
And whosoever.
and where?
Oh, this right here.
This mine say whosoever too.
Up here on the board. We got confused. Go ahead.
And wheresoever was found with any of the book of the Testament, or if any consented to the law, the king's commandment was that they should put him to death.
So in a minute, it's going to be illegal for you to be an Israelite. You out here talking some folk tribes, shut the law. Close up. In a minute, that's what it's going to be. You feel me? Because they know if we are still out here teaching about the coming kingdom of our God, guess what? We are a threat to their establishment. And look, we ain't out here whispering, brothers out here yelling this word. Right? To the point to where, guess what? That makes us a threat to the established order. Why do you think FEMA label you a terrorist if you believe in the return of Christ? They know the real identity of Christ because he's an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. They know that, and they know the valley of the dry bones has been fulfilled. Brothers are standing back up and exceeding great army. It's here now. Right? So guess what? It's going to be outlawed in a minute. Especially with all these renegade groups out here. We got a lot of people tripping, misrepresenting the truth. Because, y'all down with them one boys over there. They all believe that. Round them up. It's coming. It's coming. Let's read, brother.
Verse 58. Thus did they by their authority unto the Israelite every month, to as many as were found in the city.
Now you waiting for your food stamps to hit every month? Every month they was hitting us. Killing us. Let's read, brother.
Now the 25th day of the month, they did sacrifice upon the idol altar, which was upon the altar of God.
See, that was that abomination of desolation. They put a false god on the altar of God in the temple of God.
December 20th.
And then they start sacrificing. The 9th month of Caslu, you get between November and December. Right? But how ironic, their main day is December the 25th. Ain't that ironic? You got something?
Yeah, we get this Alexander Hislop. This is in the book of the Two Babylons of Papal Worship. How then did the Romish church fix on December 25th as Christmas Day? Why thus 4th century, and long before the Christian era itself, a festival was celebrated among the heathens.
Y'all heard that? Way before Christ was even born, man. They was keeping a festival among the heathen around what you call Christmas. Let's read, brother.
At that precise time of the year, in honor of the birth of the son of the Babylonian queen of heaven. And it may fairly be presumed that in order to conciliate the heathen and to swell the number of the nominal adherents of Christianity.
Hold on, to consolidate the heathen, to basically appease them, to make them, so he compromised. All right, we got all these pagan heathens, and we got the worshipers of Christ teaching his word. How about we blend them all? Make everybody happy.
Let's be one people.
Come on, brother.
The same festival was adopted by the Roman Church, giving it only the name of Christ. This tendency on the part of Christians to meet paganism halfway was very, very early developed. And we find Tertullian, even in his day, about the year 230, bitterly lamenting in the inconsistency of the disciples of Christ in this respect, and contrasting it with the strict fidelity of the pagans to their own superstition. By us, says he, who are strangers to Sabbaths and new moons and festivals, once acceptable to God, the Saturnalia, the Feast of January, the Remote, the Matrinonia, are now frequent. Gifts are carried to and fro. New Year's Day presents are made with din, and sports, and banquets are celebrated with uproar. Oh, how much more faithful are the heathen to their religion, who take special care to adopt no solemnity from the Christians. Upright men strive to stem the tide, but in spite of all their efforts, the apostasy went on. To the church, with the exception of small remnant, was submerged under pagan superstition. That Christmas was originally a pagan festival, and beyond doubt and doubt, the time of year when the ceremony was celebrated. Prove its origin was
You see that? It was pagan, beyond any shadow of a doubt. Any shadow of a doubt. That's why every year around Christmas we put $4,000 on the line. Anybody, y'all call your big mama, your pastor, somebody, and find Christmas in the Bible given by God in the Bible. Everybody, you and everybody you know can get 4 bands. 4 racks. Huh? Huh? Yeah. I mean, if it's in there, come get paid. Get your money.
They paid $1 out since the bet been up.
Hey, you know what you're doing is righteous, right? So, hey, come get your money. Because if you ask us to show you Passover in the Bible, we're going to do that. And hey, everybody down here going to get paid. Let's read, bro.
The time of the year and the ceremonies with which it is still celebrated prove its origin. In Egypt, the son of Isis, the Egyptian title for the Queen of Heaven, was born at this very time.
You see that? So this goes back even before the Romans. They got it from the Egyptians. This ain't got nothing to do with the Lord. Let's read, bro.
About the time of the winter solstice, the very name by which Christmas is popularly known among ourselves is Yule Day.
Hold on, what day?
Yule Day.
Soldier boy used to call it Yule.
And this book is written in the 1800s.
Yeah. Go ahead, brother.
Time of the winter solstice, the very name by which Christmas is popularly known among ourselves, Yule Day, proves its origins pagan and Babylonian origin. Yule is the Chaldean name for an infant or little child.
Wow.
And as the 25th of December was called by our pagan Anglo-Saxon ancestors Yule Day, or the Child's Day, and the night that preceded it, Mother's Night, long before they came in contact with Christianity, this sufficiently proves its real character.
Right out. Let's get back to it. That's the name of that book is called The Two Babylons by Alexander Hislop. He wrote that book back in the 1800s. See that? Let's get back to it. First Maccabees 1 verse 6.
At which time, according to the commandment, they put to death certain women that had caused their children to be circumcised.
You even had sisters then that was hell-bent at keeping the law of God. Don't care if a Greek out there telling you you ain't supposed to do it. They was doing it anyway. Come on, brother.
And they hanged the infants about their necks and rifled their houses and slew them that had circumcised.
Hey, it's actually an old hanging picture of a sister hanging with her child around her neck.
Yeah.
They got that. That's an actual picture they have of a sister hanging, and they got her child hanging around her neck as well. How ironic is that? If we ain't the people of this book right here. They was doing that back in ancient Jerusalem. Why? Because you are the children of your forefathers. Right. Just like these heathens are the children of their forefathers. Right. Same spirits in the earth, man. Same thing. Let's read, brother.
Verse 62.
Right.
Howbeit, many in Israel were fully resolved and confirmed in themselves not to eat any unclean thing.
You see that? You got brothers who was like, man, we'll die. Verse 63.
Wherefore they chose rather to die, that they might not be defiled with meats, and that they might not profane the holy covenant. So then they died.
See, that ain't your mindset today, though. Your mindset is what? Oh, okay. Well, to eat a little, to live a little while longer, it's all good.
Everybody got to die. What you scared to die for? Everybody got to go. You might as well die for the righteous. Right. With the hope, and no, we know, with the hope that, oh, hold on, what's this? Oh, it's true? Yeah, it's true, Papa.
Yeah. Let's get it.
Verse 64. And there was very great wrath upon Israel.
All right, drop that. We're going to 2 Maccabees 6. Let's get some examples on what they were doing to us. More graphic examples. Look, all this is leading up to why we keep this feast we keep next week. But you got to get the history on it. And you see, many of our people sold out, man. Just like when the mark of the beast come out, you're going to be seeing brothers who you thought was so strong in the scripture. Sisters too, so strong. I never sell out gold, I'm going out shooting.
It's your Walgreens line, get the shot. Let me get a few shots of the boy about these.
Yeah.
I say the news, a lady took the flu, got the flu shot, and she can only walk backwards now. Yeah. She can only walk backwards.
Hey, trip off that. She a cheerleader. Like a cheerleader to Washington Redskins.
Yeah.
She can't talk normal walking forward.
That's what it is.
She can only talk. The reporter had to talk to her walking forward. Because he talked perfectly fine. Showing you that vaccine messed her nerves up. Her nervous system up. All right, let's get this. We're going to 2 Maccabees 6 next. Yeah, walking back. All right, let's get some understanding. Let's roll with it. Let's roll.
Maccabees, chapter 6, verse 1.
All this is leading up to what we celebrate the Feast of Dedication next week. When we see already the many atrocities, the bootlickers of our people, those of us that want to stand up, and how the heathen come in and use that divide amongst us to conquer us. Coonism is a hell of a drug, man. It is.
Watch out for that spirit when your enemy tell you I'm your enemy, but then your brother sit next to you and say, well, he didn't mean that. Hold on. He just told you he is. How you gonna tell him he don't mean it? That's the spirit we gotta watch for. You can stay away from that. That's where the coonism tribe from. That's where it comes from. You sympathizing with your oppressor when he telling you I'm your oppressor.
They call it what?
Stockholm syndrome.
He is him, and then we come to you. Go ahead, brother.
Like, this is the part that I don't understand about the heat, not to know, like, the curve I understand though, but they trip off of it, right? They straight have a system set up where the ultimate goal is to kill all of Israel, but then on the other hand, they know they need us. You know what I'm saying? They know they need us, but they want to kill us. Oh, so it's kind of like the thought of the heat. You know what I'm saying? They're hell bent on doing wicked. Any way, shape, and form, it's just wickedness. You know what I'm saying? It's all aimed at us. You know what I'm saying? All aimed at us because that's how the showdown got to go.
And
When
then
he
look,
he got to go back on top. He knows that.
Right.
So I got to be hell bent on this guy right here.
right. And y'all, it ain't because we black folk. A lot of people believe that you're black folks. Like, no, it's a blood thing, not a skin color thing. Blood. The Lord made a blood covenant with us, man. You feel me? And if it's just because we was black folk, every dark-skinned person on the planet is going through what we go through. That ain't the case either. Right? It's a covenant thing, not a skin color thing. It ain't because you black folk, you've been getting done this way. No, it's because you don't want to against your God. That's why it's happening. Sister, go ahead.
My question was,
Go ahead.
does it mean that we're supposed to stay inside of our race, like for as marrying outside
we're supposed to be doing. Right now, there are examples in the Bible where people that went outside their race or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And they had to become Israelites, basically, like Ruth. In the book of Ruth, she actually was a Moabite. And then she came into the fold of Israel, and she was showing she was willing to let go of her gods, keep the commandments of our God. You feel me? And then the prayer of our people was, make his sister become like Leah and Rachel. You feel me? So, no, we're not. He tells us don't even give our sons and our daughters to nobody, period. Right? But there are examples where it has happened, where the Lord allowed it because they were serving him. All right? But to answer the question, no, you're not supposed to. All right, let's get this. 2 Maccabees chapter 6. So out of verse 1. Let's show y'all some more examples in deeper detail of what was going on when they came in and put this abomination of desolation up. What happened? You got it? You got it?
Yeah.
Let's get it.
2 Maccabees, chapter 6, verse 1.
Yes, sir.
Not long after this, the king sent an old man, Athens, to compel the Jews to depart from the laws of their forefathers, and not to live after the laws of God.
You see that? Greeks to compel them, huh? Look, y'all don't have to do all. Look, but see, that sounds like the serpent. What did the serpent tell Eve? You ain't got to do all that. Right? So, all that is this man coming in with the spirit of the devil telling you, you ain't got to do all that. All right, let's read, brother.
2 Maccabees, chapter 6, verse 2.
Uh-huh.
And to pollute also the temple in Jerusalem, and to call it to the temple of Jupiter, Olympus, and that in the risen of Jupiter, the defender of strangers, as they did desire that dwelt in the place.
So it's not the temple of Yahweh no more, it's the temple of Jupiter. You know, that's one of them they got. That planet you be saying, Jupiter and Venus and Uranus. And you know those are they're actual gods. You see that?
Exactly.
So trip off this. They came in and said, later we're calling this place the temple of your God. We're going to call it the temple of our God. And always remember, you are the temple of the living God. Right? So no worship of no other God shall be found in your temple, period. Get away from it. All right, let's read, brother.
Verse 3.
Yeah.
The coming in of this mischief was sore and grievous to the people.
Come on.
For the temple was filled with riot and reveling by the
You
Gentiles.
see, because in the temple of God, they was in there officiating according to the law of God. There was only the Levites in there. And then the sons of Aaron. And they were in there doing offerings and sacrifices according to the law of God. What did Gentiles do when they get in our temple?
Reveling
Come on, brother.
by the Gentiles.
Uh-huh.
Doubting from heart.
Who did what?
Doubting from heart.
Uh-huh.
And had to do with the women within the circuit of the holy place.
Uh-huh.
And besides that, brought in things that were not lawful.
Now you're looking at what's called, now you're looking at in the Bible what's called a whoremonger, a temple prostitute. Hey, this is what the Gentiles do. Most of their worship is based off the perversion of sex. Now you see, they in our temple brought in the altar of their God, and they are having orgies in the temple of our God. Huh? Oh, it's not bothering me in my own little space over here. I'm cool. How are we supposed to act as that, man? Ain't we supposed to be mad and furious about something like that? Or we supposed to say, God, will you please bless Antiochus, Epiphany, and all the Greeks that want us to serve the devil? Pray for them. No, man, these people are coming in to get rid of us, to get rid of our God and us. All right, let's read, brother.
The altar also was filled with profane things, which the law forbid. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days, or ancient fasts, or to profess himself at all to be a Jew.
You see that? It wasn't even lawful. Pretty soon it'll be outlawed.
Right.
Even look, what goes around comes around. The Lord requires what's past, man. That's how he get down. He requires what's past. This coming back around again. As many of these Israelites out here spreading the word. You feel me? Keep the commandments. Christ on this way. Understand this, in a minute it's going to be unlawful for you to keep a Shabbat day or feast day, to even proclaim yourself to be an Israelite. You feel me? It's coming. Believe me. And so at that point, your faith going to be tried and tested. Do you really believe this, or you just was down there to eat the sandwiches in the back? You was just down there to eat some cookies or something. You really didn't believe it for real. But understand this, your faith going to be tried. All right, let's read, brother.
And in the day of the the king's birth, every month there were brought by bitter constraint to eat of the sacrifice. And when the fast of Bacchus was kept, the Jews were compelled to go for procession to Bacchus, carrying idols.
So when the feast of Bacchus was kept, and true about this heathen kept his birthday every month.
Every month.
Every month. And that's something else when you get into the scripture. We weren't celebrating our birthday.
That's all I was trying to say.
We weren't celebrating it. Well, we thank the Lord for another year, of course. Or another day, of course. Thank the Lord for sparing us, of course. But when it came down to the actual celebration, it's my birthday. Get a cake, put some candles on it, make a wish, blow it out, put the hat on your head. These are heathen customs, man. That has nothing to do with the God of the Bible. Nothing to do. I mean, yeah, they were keeping track of time. That's how men knew how old they were. You feel me? But this big extravagant birthday bash you do today can't be found in the Bible.
Worship.
No, yeah, it can't be found in the Bible nowhere. To the point somebody will get mad at you and say, you didn't call me on my birthday. It's my day. Man, there's over 1,000 other people going on your day. What you mean it's your day? How about we thank God for allowing us to see another day? Another year, let alone another day, man. Come on, man. But understand this. This is what the heathen was doing, and he didn't keep his annually, he kept his monthly. Alright, let's read, brother.
Verse 8.
Yeah.
Moreover, there went out a decree to the neighbor cities of the heathen,
Listen up.
by the suggestion of Ptolemy, against the Jews, that they should observe the same fashions and be partakers of their sacrifices. And whoso would not conform themselves to the manners of the Gentiles should be put to death. Then might a man have seen the present misery. For there were 2 women brought, who had circumcised their sons, their children, whom when they had openly led round about the city, the babes hanging in their breasts, they cast them down headlong from the wall. Headlong from the wall. And others that had run together into caves nearby to keep the Sabbath day secret, being discovered by Philip, were all burnt together, because they made conscience to help themselves for the honor of the most sacred day.
See how this devil was getting down? He'll take your baby ladies from off your breast, you just circumcised, and throw his head on the ground. Huh?
Head first.
Yeah, okay, who you praying for? Are we praying that God to deliver us from this? Or are you in a whole other mindset? Like, well, we all get along, it's all good. Where you at with it?
Where you should be at.
All right, come on, bro.
Now,
Notice, and also burnt brothers who was keeping this Sabbath day. Found them in the chaos. That's what y'all doing? Put them on fire. Burn them.
block them in.
Let's read, bro.
Verse 12. Now I beseech those that read this book, that they be not discouraged for these calamities, but that they judge those punishments, not to be for destruction, but for a chastening of our nation.
See that? So he's saying, hey, I beseech those that's reading this. Look, don't lose faith because you're reading these things that's happening. Know that this was allowed to happen because the Lord was chastening us. See what's going on. Why? Because, man, look, we've been going off, man. We've been worshiping other gods and thinking nothing wrong with it. So then when the Lord unleashed hell on you, then you're like, oh, what happened? It's wrong. Please. Why? He told you, hey, you keep tripping, I'm going to send the worst of the beast on you. I'm going to send the teeth of wild beast on you. And we seen that. Let's read, brother.
Verse 13. For it is a token of his great goodness, when wicked doers are not suffered any long time before with punishment. For not as with other nations, whom the Lord patiently forbeareth to punish, till they become to the fullness of their sins, so dealeth he with us. Lest that, being come to the height of sin, afterwards he should take vengeance of us. And therefore he never withdraweth his mercy from us. And though he punish with adversity, yet doeth he never forsake his people.
Hey, that's for everybody in here. The Lord will never forsake us, man. Yeah, he gonna punish you. Yeah, you got to answer for that. Why? Just like any child who got out of line. He got to answer for that. Right? You got to get on. He didn't went too far. You got to get whooped, put on punishment, whatever. You got to feel that wrath. Same with our Father. Why did he do that? Because he loves us. He loves us. And your parents always tell you, I'm doing this because I love you. Not because I want to kill you or nothing, because you need to get this.
Right.
All right, let's read, brother.
But let this, that we have spoken, be for a warning unto us. And now we will come to the declaring of the matter in a few words.
All right, Now we're finna read about this elder of ours. Let's see what was his mindset at 90 years old. Was it all, brother, I'm old and I'm a couch in line? I don't fight the